What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's get into your reading. What are people noticing about you? Pile 1. Alright, so what are people noticing about my pile 1 people? Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. People are noticing how people are attracted to you very easily, honestly. People are noticing how you are very level-headed. We had take time to breathe out. So, yeah, people are noticing how you're very level-headed. You're very cool, calm, and collect. Prosperity lies ahead. People see that you're very focused, too. What are people noticing about my power and people? People are noticing how you resist the devil a lot. Like you actively resist the devil. You could come from a family of prayer warriors, and that ancestry is coming out the more you get older. So that's not for everybody, but looking at your family, looking at the people in your family or looking back at your family history, you can always tell what traits stayed in the family or what people are continuously, carrying on some type of tradition. You guys could be active in, y'all could be the generation where everything shifts for the family because you're not taking on any negative generational curses. We had the devil here. That lets me know that, like I said, you're a prayer warrior. You're actively coming up against, what's going on. That's why people see you being level-headed, because where they would fold, you will stand up. With the Six of Swords, it's giving me, like I said, you're leaving behind things that don't serve you. We have the Hierophant in reverse, and it's the cannabis. I definitely feel like you guys could have some type of vice, and this vice helps you to keep a leveled head. We have the Five of Pentacles here in reverse. People are noticing that you're very quick to walk away. You're very quick to say, you know what, you don't serve me. And not in a like domineering type of way, but you don't serve me, meaning you don't serve me even in the littlest aspect. When I look at my service to others, I lend my ears. I give my ears in service to other people. You have something that you want to get off your chest, I'm going to listen to it. But I'm the type of person, I'm going to also respond to it and let you know how I relate to it. So you don't think I'm bullshitting with how I feel about how you're feeling about your feelings. I can relate to you. So I definitely see that you're that type of person, and that's why people see that you bring love into situations, because maybe your perspective they need to hear, right? So, what are people noticing about my Power 1 people? What are people noticing about Power 1? People are noticing that, somebody, okay, this could be my pile on some shit, hold on. People could be noticing that you don't drink. People could be noticing that you have your one vice, or you have this thing that you do and you don't do nothing else. So people could be noticing that you're very disciplined in how you act. You're not somebody that's just looking to get loose. You're looking like for a relaxation time. You're looking to be calm, cool, and collected. My coworker, I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, nothing, last night I got drunk, etc., etc. And I was like, you always getting drunk. I said, are you alcoholic? And he thought about it. He was like, no, I'm not alcoholic because I don't need to drink. He says, I just like to drink. I like to just, in the day, drink. And I said, oh, so you just relax? He was like, yeah. And that was perfect for me because that's how it goes. Like, because me, like, if, let's just say they got some good drinks or whatever. Let's just say we somewhere and they got good drinks. Am I going to not try an alcoholic drink that's, tastes good because I'm like, no alcohol? No, I'm going to drink that drink. I'm going to taste that drink. Am I gonna get lit off of it? Maybe, maybe not. But it's not no like serious thing. People see that you're a dibbler, a dabbler. Like you don't do too much. You're just enough. You're very stable, 4 of Pentacles. Like you're very stable minded. People can also feel like you don't do too much because you have a lot that you have to lose. Like if you're a single mother here, I'm definitely seeing somebody who you didn't work very hard to get where you are. You will be damned if you let anything put you back, because you, like I said, you done worked hard to get where you're at. So people could be noticing that you don't like to move backwards, okay? People could see that you're stuck in your ways in a way that may or may not be negative. Lovers could feel like you're stuck in your way. Like, I have this thing, like, I don't date young dudes at all. Like, I'm not doing that. I like an old man, and that's it. Because I can relate to an old man, But other than that, I can't do this younger generational shit. I can't do this stuff that other young people are doing. So, that's just me. So I feel like, again, some people feel like you have set standards, set boundaries, and you don't really steer from them. So that's what people are noticing about you. So y'all like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys later. We're moving into pile 2 with what are people noticing about you. These cards just came out, so we have confidence is your key to success. Surrender to the divine. Emotions are running high. Super moon. Show the world the real you. So pile 2, and it's interesting, y'all pick crystals. So, and crystals are charged by the moon, and these are my moon. This is a moonology deck, but you got 2 full moons here, and you're supposed to charge crystals on good full moons or good energetic full moons. So, walk by faith, not by sight, could be significant to you guys, pile 2. We have the Queen of Cups coming out, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Libra here, Aquarius here. Heavy on Cancer, though, because Cancer is the moon sign. People are noticing that you're working in silence. You're working privately about things. Maybe things that so maybe somebody is thinking, if I was working on the things that pile 2 was working on, I would show it more. I would be more vocal about what I do. I'm gonna say this. Some people who I let get my YouTube link or let know about my YouTube, they feel the same way. They're like, you need to let people know that you're doing tarot. But also, I get a mixed reaction. Some people like, oh, tarot, witchcraft, baby. Tarot wasn't even born before, or like when the Bible was becoming the Bible. Tarot wasn't even thought about. So tarot is not even a word that's in the Bible. Divination is in the Bible, but at the same time, divination, you use a lot of different stuff for divination. And divination, you have to have people who do divination that are on the other side, and I'm talking about the other side, not Christ-like. They do it thinking that they're all powerful. They serve deities and other spirits that they fit. And I do say spirits with the S. It's not the spirit, Holy Spirit, but it's spirits with the S. I don't sacrifice to Santiago. Is that the dude name? I don't sacrifice to any of these other spirits. Matter of fact, I only respect one spirit, and that's the Holy Spirit. All these other spirits, they're just like every other human to me. They're just like every other thing that was here and that's not here to me. Because to me, if they're dead, they're not the spirit. The Holy Spirit is living. So some of y'all, I feel like y'all have a connection with spirit that people really can't understand. They try to conceptualize it, but you can't conceptualize spirit at all. Spirit is a spirit. It doesn't make sense because spirit is the sense, if that makes sense. So we got the Five of Pentacles. Let me know that people, and it's interesting, the Five of Pentacles is the bananas. So people could, like I said, they could think that you're crazy because they don't understand spirit the way you understand spirit. But I do believe it was either Paul, I think it was Paul that wrote, spiritual people understand spiritual things. And and even going back to what we usually say is, what's understood don't gotta be explained. That's the same thing. That's how the Holy Ghost lives off of that. What's understood don't need to be explained. Tarot, I'm understanding it. I'm looking at the cards, understanding it. I'm trying to explain it, but if you understand what somebody is saying, you understand what they putting down, it don't have to be explained. People are noticing that everybody can't, interesting, you're not everybody's cup of tea. People are noticing that you only deal with a certain type of person. You're only dealing with certain types of people. Some people could also feel Two of Pentacles. Some people could also feel like upset or feel like out of whack because they don't get you, or you don't get them the way that they want you, the way that they want it to happen, if that makes sense. Like, I like Pile 2, but Pile 2 is so different, it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like what people are noticing is you don't give a fuck about them being uncomfortable. I feel like it was a point in your life where you were uncomfortable and nobody cared, and you learned to deal with it. And it's the same thing. And that's the truth here with the Ace of Wands. It was a time in your life where you were very quiet, you were very to yourself, and now you're coming up out of that. People are noticing that you're very confident. Like I said, confidence is your key to success. Surrender to the divine. Show the world the real you. Those are the cards that came out. Don't forget that. Like, you're being encouraged to show people, what makes you you. You probably went through terrible circumstances in your past, not knowing that it's people that are currently going through those same circumstances. Maybe they need your perspective. Maybe they need your advice. Yeah, with the moon, another moon coming out. So, yeah, people are noticing that you stay to yourself. You're more so in your own lane, in your own business. People see you as somebody who... your energy is very strong. Your ego is very strong. Everything about you is very strong. It's unsettling to people, and it's honestly not your problem, because if you know you're being who you're supposed to be, you shouldn't care about how people are uncomfortable. If they're uncomfortable, they can move around. We have the Page of Drinks. So some of y'all is like, people are noticing you're getting more attractive. You're getting more attractive. You're looking good. And, people are like, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. That was a big burp. 2 big burps. You're getting to the money more. People are noticing your money is growing more because people are seeing you as being attractive. That's siren energy in a way. Because, like, certain women can do this where they're so attractive, like, men will do anything to get their attention, to have their attention, to keep their attention. So it kind of it's kind of like that. So y'all, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how y'all felt about that reading, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Let's get into Pile 3. What are people noticing about you, Pile 3? A new romance cycle begins. Pile 3, new moon in Libra, baby. We're not in Libra season, so October. Something could be coming up in October for you. People could be noticing that people are liking you more than the regular, I like that person. It may be, I like that person. It may be a little bit deeper. It was like my reader I was in a reading and she said, like, even if people don't like you now, as time goes on, people like you more. Even if they're not attracted to you right now, as time goes on, they're going to be attracted to you more. And I've experienced that in my past where I may not have initially liked somebody, but as time went on, I liked them. I done found that, like, me and somebody didn't, we'd have been abrasive, I don't like you, you don't really like me, but eventually, okay, we on the same page now. So people could be noticing that like you're transforming in a way that is not, it ain't particularly like because of them, but you're just changing because of you, and they're liking that type of change. Conclusions are in reach. So some of y'all, a situation could, people like stress. I told somebody yesterday, they were like, oh my God, you look so different in your picture. Stress will change your whole energy. Emotions are not that important because they're temporary, but emotions are very much so important because the temperament, the temperature, like just like when you paint, you guys could be painters, but like when I paint or when I was painting, I didn't realize how much temperature mattered. Okay, I'm painting winter pictures. Like I'm painting winter pictures with warm colors. It's giving Alaska when I wanted to give Chicago, when I wanted to give New York. If I want a picture to be cold, I need to think about the temperature, making it cold, making it warm. Making it cold, making it stark, stuff like that. So I'm thinking people are seeing your emotions change you. They're seeing you when you're full of life. They're seeing you when you're drained to the bone. They're seeing you when you're stressed. They're seeing you when you're overjoyed. And I feel like, it brings a sense, it makes them feel like you're very honest. Because a lot of people, we're in a culture where a lot of people wear masks. They want to act like they're this. We want to act like they're that. Their whole house is burning, but they're smiling. Like, I'm upset about my house, but it's just the house. But they're crying on the inside. People feel like people can trust your opinion. People trust you, period. Because you're able to show things that maybe they're insecure. They can't show. I was talking to my friend about, I don't think this is applicable, but it is applicable. I basically, what I said was, so-and-so told me that they didn't find me attractive. I asked if they liked me, but I was asking as in personality, because somebody else had said, don't nobody like you. And I'm like, bitch, that's a lie. Plenty of people like me. But because that person was in their head making it seem like, oh, they like you as more than a friend. I'm like, wait, hold on, stop. Like, I'm never going to say somebody's unattractive. But that's just the kindness out of my heart, right? Because I'm not going to do that. I can take somebody saying I'm not attractive because I know that I'm attractive to who I want to be attracted to. Like, the people that I like, they like me too. So I'm not worried about that. But that's one of those things, like, people are noticing that people cannot stir your mood. Like, was I supposed to cry because you said that I was unattractive to you? I'm not going to cry about that because I look at me and I think I'm attractive, right? So people see that they really can't shake you, and that makes you more attractive. It's funny. It's funny because you have balls that other people literally don't have, Power 3. It's time to take action. Yeah, I definitely feel like people are going to be noticing that you're becoming more attractive. A time to give rather than take. Yeah, they're going to be seeing that you're a person where you're meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. You're like, you see the bigger picture because you take time. You know yourself. You take time for yourself. You don't worry about what other people's opinions are, right? It matters to a certain extent, because what mattered to me was when the guy was like, don't nobody like you up here but so and so. I was like, wait a minute, am I being like a real negative Nancy? Like, am I bringing down the morale? I was concerned, right? I was like, what's going on, right? So when I asked that person about it, I was like, oh, now I get it. That guy likes me, but I don't like that guy. The guy that you assume that I like, you want me to feel some type of way because they don't like me, but you assume the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You assumed I liked him as in more, but I actually just liked him as, right? So, like, I feel like people are also seeing that they cannot trip you up. They can't manipulate you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to shuffle better, but Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could also be significant, but it also could tell me that you're really you're really emotionally balanced. And a lot of people that aren't most emotionally imbalanced, they will find it funny to like throw other people's emotions out of balance. You walk away from shit like that because you know you're above it. And I think that that's something that people are noticing about you. Like, certain shit don't bother you, don't get under your skin. There's certain shit you don't care about. I feel like the things that you care about, you never let people know that you care about. Or the things that you care about, you're always tending to. So you already know the status of it. Can't nobody tell you the status. Like, if somebody feels like they know your business, you're going to let them feel like they know your business. Because you don't care enough about it to check it, right? Like, however you feel, because it's not my business. Like, that's exactly how I'm feeling about y'all. You got your house in order, and that's what people are noticing about you. I feel like the people who are trying to, like, have your emotions shifty or, like, try to, like, stir you up or get you riled up, I feel like they only get themselves riled up, or they only, like, make themselves uncomfortable or insecure because they see that you can't, like, it's like they have observed factual evidence, because these are messy people that are noticing this. They have observed actual confirmation that you're not worried about shit. Like, one thing about me, like, in my past, like, because, like, rent was, like, due, like, I would put up with shit. I would kiss a little bit of ass. I don't do too much no more. I don't do none of that no more. But I used to kiss a little bit of ass because my rent due. You trying to fire me every time it get close to the time of month where my rent's due. You doing like, the job want to be on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I make it clear, I don't have to fucking work. I want to work. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my rent gonna be paid regardless if I work or not. Bills are gonna get paid regardless. No, I don't have no man. I got God. So, once you make that known, that when you fuck with me, it bounces back to me and sticks to you, I feel like that it's like they don't want to fuck with you no more. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, I done had situations where I went to their Bible. I didn't pray what I needed to pray. I didn't read what I needed to read. I didn't pray what I needed to pray. And life then went downhill for them. And all of a sudden, now they in my face. Now they want to talk. Ain't nothing else to talk about, baby. I done already rebuked you. I already didn't rebuke that spirit. You getting the effects of getting your spirit rebuked. The demons, all of a sudden, now they... all of a sudden, the mind shattering. All of a sudden, it's shit, all of a sudden, it's shit, you feel like you can't handle because you was trying to handle me. I feel like people are noticing you're not somebody to, like, be against at all. People like you. People admire you. People find you entertaining. You're just the party. You're just the life of the party. You're just, you're just that beacon of light. And that's what people are noticing about you. And Power 3, you guys pick the sunflower. Sunflowers always turned in the direction of the sun. So we have the high priestess. People be wanting to discredit you. And they notice that people discredit you. But what they also notice is you be on point too. They also notice that you're hardworking even when it's like seeming like things are not going to go your way. People really see that you walk by faith and not by sight a lot. You guys could have been attracted to another pile. If so, go to their pile. But yeah, that's what people are noticing about you, Pile 3. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all definitely subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all later. Alright, Pile 4. Let's get into what are people noticing about you, Pile 4. What are people noticing about my Pile 4 people? Luck is on your side. People are noticing that you're very lucky. Oh, it's giving me turn lemons into lemonade. Okay. Emotions are running high here. We have what do you need to release? So you could need to release people. People are noticing that that you're cutting people off. People are noticing that maybe you're being more cold towards people. Maybe you're being more so to yourself at this time. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah, some people are noticing, believe in the impossible blue moon. People are noticing that you're not dealing with situations that are not fruitful. So let's just say it's some people that's being fake towards you, friends, family, job, whatever. Like, people are noticing that, or people are assuming that you're noticing how they're acting. People are assuming that you're catching on to what they putting down. So, I really didn't need to clear the deck because the energy came through very clear with the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is like a collaboration card. People are seeing that you don't want to collaborate with them anymore. Yeah, people are seeing that you don't want to collaborate with them anymore. People are feeling like you're just like, I don't want to say you're judging them because this is the Justice card. The Justice card, to me, it is judgment in a way, but justice is more so to me like karma is leveling itself out. Because you do need judgment in order for karma to level itself out. You know, that's how God get a judgment, karma do what it's do. I feel like that's what has emotions running high. Don't forget, in 3 days, Mercury retrograde is supposed to end, but the effects of Mercury retrograde will be lingering on, I think, until the 25th. Don't quote me. My reader informed me. I'm informing y'all. So I definitely feel like people, like I was saying with the Mercury retrograde, people are going through shit because they were already like weird. They were already being deceitful already. So they're noticing that you're making lemons into lemonade, whereas they're like, where did so-and-so get the sugar from? Where did so-and-so get the water from? The sugar comes from the love that's already in your heart. The water comes from Holy Spirit purifying your energy every fucking day because of the people like them, the lemons of the world, right? So I definitely feel like your enemies are going to be made your stepping stone, your step stool. We have the Four of Pentacles. So your money, I feel like what people are noticing about you is that you're very stable. You're very intuitive, because what do you need to release? That's a question. So some of y'all are always looking for people to cut off, situations where you're gonna say, oh, I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm gonna say this again, that girl at my job, that like not, I don't know if it's just because I'm so south. Like, it gotta be because I'm so south. Because I used to be a young person, and she's older than me, so that's why I'm really judging her. But even as a young person, if I didn't want to speak, I still spoke, because I don't know why. To me, that's spiritual law. Like, if somebody says, hey, how you doing? Or how are you? Or somebody speaks, you have to speak back. I can see if I'm like stuck, I didn't smoke, or, I'm not like in the right, zone, oh, I didn't speak on time, or I was already not paying attention. I can see that. But if somebody speaks to you, speak. So, like, it's giving me, like, my coworker, now all of a sudden she want to be in my face, want to talk, all of that extra shit. Ain't nothing to say, Pooh. When I was speaking to you, you ain't have nothing to say. Now you speaking to me and I don't have nothing to say. Because I'm a person about principle, baby. I'm a forgiving person, but principle, baby. If it ain't about the job, actually don't talk to me. Because I'm about principle. I don't want to get to know you outside of work, because I already don't like you at work. Principle. And people are realizing that about you. Like, they don't, like, when they fuck up that first initial, they don't get a new beginning with you. And I feel like they're coming off as childish too, to me. Whoever you're letting go, it gives me that they're childish and you don't want to collaborate with them because they haven't even grown like they need to grow. Because nothing will come out the situation. I can't expect a child to do nothing that an adult can do because you don't have that knowledge. I feel like you're now looking at people in a way where I really can't help you. What you're having is an issue with comprehension. That's what it is. A lot of people don't know how to comprehend things, and not only that, they don't know how to if you can't comprehend, you obviously can't articulate anyway. Comprehension is before you got to comprehend before you're even able to articulate. A lot of people have comprehension issues when it comes to you, and then they're unable to articulate how they feel because they didn't comprehend what they were feeling from the jump. So I feel like you're moving away from emotionally unintelligent people. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I definitely feel like what they're noticing about you is that you only deal with a certain type of person or people. Chariot on the back, Cancer energy. It's definitely giving me you definitely steer clear of dealing with people who seem like a risk, because this is a horse race. I feel like you're not collaborating with people who don't have any type of professionalism. You're not collaborating with people who don't know how to manage themselves. I feel like people are noticing how you may be casual, but you're business casual. It's about the money, the munyon first before anything. And I feel like sourpuss. People could be calling you a sourpuss because they want you to be ghetto fabulous. They want you to be just, what is it? They want you to just be out there, vibrant. You know, they just want you to be Tiffany Haddish, how she thinks that everybody wants, like, it's like, I understand you're an entertainer, but it's a time and place. Yeah, you're not dealing with people that don't understand what time and place means. It's a time for this, and it's a time for that. It's a time for this, and it's a time for that. Because at this time, that's not the time for that. You're not dealing with people that don't understand that. Yeah. It's a lot. Like, I feel like people could also be noticing that people could be saying you're a bitch. People could be noticing how bossy you are. I'm bossy. I'm the first girl to trim on the track. I switched up the beat of the drum, and that's right. I want a tattoo on the song. I'm messing up the song, but I'm bossy. Ooh, baby, because let's be honest, she's living a great life right now. She's actually living the same life that I aspire to live, so I feel like I'm on the right path with who I deal with and who I associate myself with. Because Kelis, I'm not saying her name right, Kelis, milkshake girl, Kelis, bossy, but put the money signs for the S for bossy. I definitely see, where people were like, oh, you're a sellout, or, oh, you're never gonna, like, be popping again. I definitely see people are noticing that luck is on your side. People are noticing that you're somebody that never goes out of style. People are noticing that it does not benefit them to be against you at all. So y'all like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all later, and I hope y'all enjoyed this reading.